Martin Truex on the pole. Pat Tryson's on the pole. Pat Tryson's on the outside pole too. Pat Tryson, the crew chief for Kurt Busch. Outside pole for Sunday's Phoenix 500. And Pat Tryson is crew chief to be for Martin Truex. Next year, Truex on the pole for Sunday's race. Pretty interesting. Ironic, you might say. And remember what happened last Sunday at Texas? Hey, Pat Tryson won. Kurt Busch won. Kurt Busch might be on a roll. He likes this place. All his Maricopa County buddies, as he says. Well, we know what he's talking about. Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern'sNASCAR. Phoenix on Friday night. Had pole today. Talked to Juan Pablo. Talked to Jimmie Johnson. Talked to Jeff Gordon. Talked to Juan Pablo Montoya today. He's getting it. Those Chevy guys, they're getting it. The Ford guys, Greg Biffle was 6th today in qualifying, and he's about the only guy I saw up there that has a chance of doing something here. The guys in the Ford camp seem a little depressed, a little dejected. Hey, Dodge is looking good. Toyota's looking good. A lot of guys are looking good, but not the Ford teams. I don't know what's wrong. Hope they bounce back. We need some competition. Robbie Gordon, we talked to him. He's got sponsorship for only 8 races next year. Says he'll run through March and see what happens. Times are tough all over. He might have to merge with somebody. Robbie Gordon merging? Whoa, that might be tough. Hey, but Richard Childress has a spot for a 4th team. Maybe there's some synergies here we could do, since he used to drive for Childress. I don't know. We'll have to ask Robbie some more questions and see what we can find out. Jeff Gordon says he's 112 points down. It doesn't look good. He's got to go for it. He had last week to go for it too, and I don't know if he really did that good a job at Texas with the opportunity. When opportunity knocks, knock, 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 you better be there to open the door, and Jeff wasn't. Mark Martin was. Mark Martin, 73 points down. Jeff Gordon says that's doable. Says Mark can catch him. 2 40-point days. I think Mark needs to be within 40 points of Jimmie Johnson leaving Phoenix on Sunday to have a decent shot at Homestead. And he could do it. If he finishes first, leads the most laps, and Jimmie finishes 4th, picks up 30 points. 43-point lead for Jimmie. Going to Homestead, Mark's got him in his sights. But I can't tell if Mark has the killer instinct right now. He doesn't want to get his hopes up too high, and yet these next 9 days could be the most important days of his entire career. Mike Mulhern, Friday night, Phoenix International Raceway. Martin Truex is on the pole. Kurt Busch is on the outside. Me, I'd watch out if I were Jimmie Johnson. I think there are a lot of guys that might want to, whoops, I don't know what he spun around, and oh, they blocked him in on pit road, and oh, there's a tire rolling loose. Hey, you know how these games are played out here. Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern.net.